We are from Group 5, and we are going to present what talking drum is and their story from the West Africa. My name is Kanzamaga, and I'm here with my friends.
My name is Felix Ngandabaraman.
And Sika, which is not here. Or maybe around here, I don't know. Yes. To better understand the talking drum, we can hear it from the expert from this video.
Drums are not only musical instruments, they are also a means of communication. People talk to each other by using drums. Many African languages are based on high and low sounds. For example, when the Ashantis say good morning, it sounds like this. Machi, machi. The word has a low sound and a high sound. Machi. It can also be said by a drum that can beat both high and low sounds. Thank you, Mr. Ite. Mr. Ite has just told me you are welcome. This small drum is used for sending messages short distances. The pitch of the drum is changed by pressing on it. When messages have to be sent long distances, larger drums are used. Because the sound of this kind of drum cannot be changed, more than one drum must be used to get a low sound and a high sound. The message Mr. Ite is sending is, Ohini Niba, the chief is coming. See if you can hear the words, Ohini Niba. Sometimes a message is sent from one group of drums to another a few miles away, and then to another group of drums, and then to another, until the message is heard a long distance away. Poetry is also played on the drums. Often, large groups of people gather together to listen to our poems. Instead of the poems being spoken, they are played on the drums. Let's listen now to a poem from the Ashanti tribe, which is hundreds of years old, called The Path and the River.
Abonkwaya, Otonso. Nsu yifetete. Nsu yife doma kuma boade.
Now let's listen to the entire poem again, played by Mr. Ite.
You see, if you squeeze on the strings, you get a very high-pitched sound, like this. If you release the strings, you get a low-pitched sound. So between the low and the high, you can get so many different tones, like this. Okay? And that is why you can actually talk with this instrument. Back in the days, we didn't have all the cell phones and pages and all that, but we use the drums to communicate. So I want to play a little bit of that for you. But in order for you to know that you can really talk, I'm going to call my own name. My name is Kwame Ansabru. I'm going to say Kwame. Alright, so if I want to really play a song, I don't want to play a song in my native language, you may not understand. How about this song?
So what is the talking drum? It is an hourglass-shaped drum from West Africa. It is also the part of the culture of the West Africa, not just purely for ritualistic or religious reason. The talking drums are also used for communication across long distances. The talking drums are some of the oldest instruments used by West African griots, and their history can be traced back to the Bono people, Yoruba people, the Ghana Empire, and the Hausa people. The Yoruba people of southwestern Nigeria and Benin, and the Dagomba of northern Ghana have both developed a highly sophisticated genre of griot music centering on the talking drum. It's originating from the 18th century. Talking drum players used tones to disseminate messages such as news of ceremonies and commands over 4 to 5 miles or 6.4 to 8 kilometers distances. They were also used as an entertainment by the African slaves in the US.
So let's move to how it worked. First, regulating its pitch and rhythm to mimic the tone and prosody of human speech. First, we should know what is pitch and prosody first. Pitch means how high or low a sound is, while prosody is the music of language. This is why the talking drum could be only fully understood by people who spoke tonal languages where the pitch of a word changes its meaning. For example, in the Yoruba language of Nigeria, the same word said with a high tone or a middle tone or a low tone can mean three completely different things. The drum copies tones exactly, so a trained listener hears the drum and their brain processes it like words being spoken. This is truly remarkable when you think about it. The drummer is not just making music, they are literally speaking language through an instrument. Second, the extra drum beats reduce the ambiguity of the meaning. If a single rhythm for a word is unclear, the drummer adds extra beats or after it so the listener can figure out exactly which word or meaning is intended. These extra beats are like filler words or describing words that helps narrow down the meaning. The third is the pitch of the drum is varied to mimic the tone patterns of speech. This is done by varying the tension placed on the drum head. The next part is ritualistic and religious function. Many African cultures believe that drums act as a powerful medium between the physical and spiritual realms. In many West African beliefs, such as those of the Yoruba, Ewe, Dagomba, and other ethnic groups, the world is not divided into the living world and the dead world, the way many Western or modern societies think of it. Instead, the physical world where humans live and the spiritual world where ancestors and spirits exist are seen as two layers of the same reality. They are close to each other, and it is possible to communicate across them. The talking drum is seen as one of the most powerful tools for crossing that bridge between the two worlds. Why? Because the sound itself is believed to carry spiritual energy. The vibrations of the drum do not just travel through the air to human ears. In the spiritual understanding of these communities, those vibrations also travel into spiritual realm, reaching ancestors and spirits. Next, ancestral worship. Some ethnic groups use drums to summon ancestral spirits, seeking their guidance and blessings. Ancestral worship is the practice of honoring, communicating with, and seeking guidance from the spirit of people who have died. In many West African cultures, ancestors are not simply gone when they die. They continue to exist in the spiritual realm, and they remain interested in the lives of their living descendants. They can offer protection, guidance, blessings, or warnings. The talking drum is used in ancestral worship ceremonies to call upon these spirits. The last, it can be healing rituals. Traditional healers use drumming in ceremonies to drive out negative spirits and restore balance to the body and mind.
Using the theory of framing in looking at talking drums, we can see that in the culture of West Africa, drums are tools for spiritual healing, ancestral worship, religious ceremony, and even long distance communication. However, in the frame of Indonesians, traditional drums, or what we call them kendang, are primarily used for purely a musical instrument and does not have any specific spiritual uses. Meanwhile, in terms of positionality, I, as an Indonesian, felt a little familiarity with the practice of talking drums because we, as Indonesians, also have something similar in the form of kentungan, which is a form of delivering long distance messages as well. However, kentongan is way less complex than what West African talking drums is.
Thank you for watching our video.